Today, cash is still king in New Zealand. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Welcome to this post covering finance and property news with a distinctively Australian flavour. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand says that its latest survey underscores the need for deliberate changes to the cash system to keep it resilient and efficient while needed and wanted by New Zealanders. Now, the target population for their cash use surveys comprises normally resident New Zealand adults aged 18 years and over. And the sampling methodology and survey weighting procedures aim to ensure that the final sample of respondents surveyed accurately represents the target population. New Zealand general and Maori electoral rolls were used as the sampling frame for the survey, and a random sample of 12,500 potential respondents were drawn from the electoral rolls. The samples were then stratified by age group and location. And the Cash Use Survey 2021 was completed using a mixed method approach, with respondents provided with the option of completing the survey online or on paper. The survey was live from the 16th of August to the 24th of October 2021, during which time there were 3,107 completed questionnaires. To increase the participation, non-respondents were sent reminder postcards and received follow-up calls during the survey period. Most respondents responded by completing the paper version of the questionnaire. That was 2,328, or 75% of the sample, compared with the online version at 779. That's 25% of the sample. The response rate of the survey was around 29%. Now, they found that nearly 2/3 of New Zealanders were using cash to pay for everyday things when surveyed late last year, compared with nearly all in both 2017 and 2019. While the proportion of New Zealanders who appear to rely on cash remains steady at 6%, over the past 6 years there's been a significant drop in those who sometimes pay with cash, from 96 to 63% of those surveyed, said Head of Money and Cash Ian Woolford. As in previous years, these people are more likely to be older, poorer, living rurally, or Maori. Meanwhile, it is clear that having some cash stored away is increasingly important for many New Zealanders during times of uncertainty, with the percentage doing so rising from 37 to 46% from 2017 to 2021. Our latest survey suggests cash users are finding it more difficult to find places to deposit cash, while ATMs and supermarkets are the main sources of withdrawal, he said. Having cash available, accepted in store and readily deposited are key to both well-functioning local economies and communities where everyone is included. Closing bank branches, fewer ATMs and reduced or removed cash services offered by banks contribute to falling use and difficulties. And they went on to say, we're currently consulting on ways to improve the cash system and support cash use and acceptance. We encourage people to review their cash system redesign consultation paper, and they'll welcome all points of view. The consultation was published last November and closes for submissions next Monday. Now, here's the really important point. Banks, of course, have been arguing for a long time for the removal of cash and the transference to digital. But as I've argued many times before, that is the thin end of the wedge and an excuse to enable them to close branches and rip out ATMs. The fact is, in New Zealand and indeed in Australia, cash is still a critical part of the economy, and especially in times of disruption. So, for example, in Tasmania a few days ago, there was a major internet outage. And in fact, if you didn't have cash, it was very hard to transact at all. We saw that as well, of course, with the bushfires in New South Wales a couple of years ago, and in the current floods when power is out and digital is down. Once again, cash is king. So whatever we may think about the bank's positioning with regard to the removal of cash services, we as the community should demand access to cash, the ability to use cash, and we should also note the continuing trend of people holding more cash somewhere at home or in a safe, just in case. Because in these times of great uncertainty, absolutely, cash does remain king. I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.